Yo, yo, what's up? It's your girl, the B to the RAT, right? I ain't been on here in a minute, so I just wanted to come on. I just finished doing Dish Nation. Check me out on that on Fox every weekday. You know what I'm saying? You can catch it at night, in the morning. Just check your local listings. I'm on the Rickey Smiley morning show. Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta about to come back out. You know what I'm saying? I'm an EP of that, executive producer, in case you don't know what EP mean. And I'm so blessed, you dig? So I just want to thank everybody that supported me and been down with me. I'm on that Clubhouse now. And where the real BB Judy go, I'm gonna follow. So you'll see me in some of them rooms she in, Jermaine Dupri, all that. Anyway, so dead for life, baby. Your girl Brad. It's more to come. About to hop in the studio. Yo, it's never over until I'm in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? And still it ain't over, cause my spirit gonna haunt all you motherfuckers. All right, later.
You know how to work it on. That's all you do. You running on that red speedboat, wasn't it? You happy? Huh? Make it go. You got to put it in reverse, Grayson. Now, go. Hit it. All right. Don't crash into the wall. I don't run it up on that. Don't get in the water. Just do it. Is something wrong with it? Hit it. Oh, slow down. You got to let it go when you want it to stop. All right, there you go. Slow down. Go slow right here. Go slow. There you go. Then you got to use this hand to turn it. See, you got to turn it. There you go. There you go. We ain't gonna be out here long. I'm not gonna be out here. I'll be cold. You be cold? Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Let me see your shoes. Show me your shoes. Let me see 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 your shoe, Papa. Let me see your shoes. I want to see your shoes. Let me see your shoes. Is it broke? Huh? You told me you think so. It won't go? You keep crashing into the... Don't crash into the wall. You have to let it go where it won't crash through. All right, that's reverse. There you go. Why is it beeping?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Let's see what the battery is. It's still showing 100%, but...
Go back.
Hold on, Grayson. Now. This boy done worried me to death about the speedboat. I'm not a winter person. I guess he gonna. I tried to hide it from him, but damn it, he saw it because I knew that if he saw this damn speedboat, I was gonna have to come outside. I'm cold. I don't like winter. I don't like winter! I don't know why it's beeping like that. Bye-bye. We coming. Lord have mercy. See, you know, you get cold, your balls go up in your body. Your balls turn into ovaries. This boy's obsessed with this damn speedboat. I done put it up on the fireplace mount and tried to put the damn Bear Bryant picture over it, and he saw it. Look at his ass over there. He'll stay out here all day. Now I got to be out here in the cold. Grayson, I'm not built for the wintertime. I'm not built for it. Is it working?
Yeah. It's going back.
Okay, do it go forward?
Yeah. And then we're going to go backwards.
The battery might be going dead. Go forward, see what happens. Go. Oh, the battery dying. We got to go charge it up. Okay, let's go charge it up. See, it's coming, it's doing like that because it's letting you, putting you in a position where you can get it. All right? Huh?
I got to get it.
Yeah, get it. Then we're going to put it on the charger. Thank God. Hallelujah, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you for letting that battery charge. God. Yeah, we got to charge it. Yeah, we got to charge it. The battery dead. What you putting it back in the water for, Grayson? See, the battery dead. The battery dead. That's why it's doing that. That's why it's beeping. Get it. Or we can take it in the house and put it on the charger. Yeah, we'll come back out here next week. Yeah, come on, let's go put it on the charger. Yeah, because see, once it charged, huh? It what? Yeah, once it stay on the charger, and they go real fast. Shit, next week, let it stay on the charger. The next week, you'll be able to ride it. Huh? Shut your ass up. Don't put it on the floor. Yeah. Don't put it on the floor. What's the matter with you? Come on, don't go in that door. That door you came out. What's the matter with you? Well, he's so damn hype about that. It ain't gonna work unless it's in the water. It have to be in the water.
They spoke to the vice president, not the president of the United States. Where is he?
Yeah, it's got to charge. It ain't gonna do it in the house. It have to be in the water. All right, y'all. I'm in pawpaw mode.
Okay, so this is what we got right here. So I got this new mask that I'm trying out to see if I can, make it a thing. Because, we're in mask culture right now. We are in mask culture. And you see stuff on Amazon and Facebook and all that, and you say, oh, that looks interesting. Let me try that. So I'm gonna order that, see how that works out for me. So I ordered this mask, and I'm wearing it right now. I asked my kids, I said, hey man, what y'all think about this? And they said, you look stupid. You look really stupid. So this is it. Now the glasses obviously are not part of the mask, but this is the mask. It's a clear plastic shield that covers your nose and your mouth, and it's designed to keep you from breathing outwardly onto other people. It fits securely across the bridge of your nose, and it extends around the circumference of your mouth. Now, this mask is very comfortable to wear. This mask is very, it doesn't obstruct your ears, so you can wear your glasses. You can put your phone up to your ear, put your ear pods in or whatever, and you can get your hair cut. You can go to the barbershop, get your hair cut, lined up, because there ain't no straps or nothing like that. So for me, even though yes, it does look stupid, but it's very light. You barely realize it's on your face. I was eating some wings the other day, and I went to put a wing up and I smashed the wing right there, because that's how lightweight it is, and you just kind of forget that it's on your face. But I don't know, we're in this mask culture now, man. Masks are a thing. They are a way of life. It's something that we have to deal with now in this age of COVID. And I don't know, I've had several people ask me about the mask. They say, hey man, where you get that mask from? That's kind of cool. Like, where you get that? And I said, oh, I ordered on Amazon. And I was like, oh wow, I like that. Now, I'm not sure if these people were saying I like that because they were saying, damn, you look stupid. And let me just, rather than stare at him and not say anything, let me just give him a compliment and act like I like it, so I can look at it even closer at how stupid he looks. That could be it, because the people who were telling me this is black people. And you know how black people are. When we look at you and we give you a compliment, there's often shade involved in that compliment, because that's just what we do. That's how we are. That's how we get down. Honestly, if a white person came up to me and said, hey man, that is a unique and cool looking mask, I would really appreciate it if you told me where I could get one. I would probably take that man at his word, or that woman, because I don't know, it's evil. Well, let me not say that. White people tend not to be as shady as black people. I'm just gonna leave it there. Not in that sense, anyway. Trust me, there's plenty to be worried about when it comes to, you know what, let me get out of this, because I'm about to get myself in trouble. They're not even gonna post this. But yeah. See? You could barely tell I had it on.
Right, wait a minute, hold on. Because I need to ask you some questions, you understand? All right, now tell everybody what you experienced today.
My speedboat go faster. It was 10 this way. And that one should go forward that way.
It went forward which way?
It's go that way. I mean, it's gonna go forward that way. Like your speedboat.
Like my speedboat. And you like that speedboat.
To keep Washington, D.C. safe, to get control.
And what you think about it?
That building, they got and make that make it go down and make it go slow.
Right, and how does it think? The what? Come here. Didn't you say this? Stop grabbing on that. Stand up straight. What's the matter with you? Then you say the speed, but stand up straight. Put your hands to your side. Be still. Then you said the speedboat was awesome. Say it, and tell them how you feel about the speedboat. I can't hear you.
This way and turn that way, and then go forward.
And then go which way? It go which way? And point which way it go. So you enjoyed the speedboat.
It's all done charging.
It's what?
It's all done charging.
It's charging? Huh? That was a real ADHD moment right there.
It could be morning, and my speedboat go at night.
It what?
My speedboat go at night.
No, the speedboat don't go at night.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's got lights on.
It got what?
It's got lights under the.
It got white under there?
It's got lights under.
No. Oh, you talking about my speedboat got lights.
Oh, my speedboat.
Your speedboat, it don't have no lights up under there.
It's there. And the gas right deep and make it go so fast.
Yeah. All right then. All right then.
News headlines,
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 8 minutes after the hour. We got your front page right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So top news this morning is all about the mob of Trump supporters who took over the U.S. Capitol yesterday afternoon. They broke windows, they punched on doors, they rammed the hallways looking for hiding members of Congress. But early this morning, yet and still, Congress did confirm Joe Biden as the next president of the United States.
What time, Eva?
At what time? It
I was
early
trying to
this
stay
morning.
up. But it had to be about maybe an hour and a half ago.
They just did it because, you know, they didn't resume until about 8:30, and every single objection took about 2 hours to walk through in recess. So this happened in the wee hours of the morning. But yet and still, Joe Biden will be our president.
They got
Police
sleepy.
also found... It's okay, Ricky. We holding you down. We got a whole team. Police found 2 pipe bombs, one outside the Democratic National Committee and one outside the Republican National Committee, a cooler of Molotov cocktails. Overall, 52 people were arrested. President Trump has been temporarily banned from both Twitter and Facebook, but has released a statement saying that there will be a peaceful transfer of power on January 20th. Okay.
You know what they need to do? Even
What? What do they need to do, Ricky?
The 25th Amendment and remove him from office. Because what he did yesterday was just damn near treasonous.
It was like Melania's advisor. She stepped down, and it's only 2 weeks left in the administration. So that example is showing that there are so many Republicans a part of the administration that are also absolutely disgusted. See, you saw what Mike Pence did. I mean, it was crazy. And we are going to talk about this today. We have Al Sharpton, Bakari Sellers, Jeff Johnson that are joining us this morning later on to talk more about politics and everything that happened in D.C. yesterday. Meanwhile, the Democrats will now control the U.S. Senate after both John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock won their runoff elections in Georgia. In Georgia, you should be proud because we are now blue. All right, that's what's going on in your news. Rock T, what's happening in sports?
Police officer up the steps. Go ahead, Eva. I'm sorry, Eva. My phone was blowing up so bad yesterday.
They chased him. They did.
Yeah,
and if he was a white man,
if that was Black Lives Matter, they would have made it to the step. Okay, I can't.
Are you right? You right,
you
man.
saying what we thinking, Rick?
Come on, man. I mean, most of the sports world was trying to figure out if they should even play games or not with everything that's going on with Trump supporters storming the U.S. Capitol Hill. Man, many NBA players and coaches expressed how they all played games with the heavy hearts. Isaiah Thomas says, if that was a Black Lives Matter protest, our heads would have been blown off. 76ers head coach Doc Rivers says, can you imagine if those were all black people? What would have happened? NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp says that violent scene reminded him of a third world country, not America. I can go on and on. So everybody is just, man,
they are the terrorists. Domestic terrorism.
Man,
call it what it is. They won't say it.
and break windows. You're breaking windows and going through.
Never had nobody break in the Capitol and or whatever.
They were in congressmen's offices. They was in Nancy Pelosi's office, sitting at the desk with their feet up.
They left a note
chilling
on Nancy Pelosi's desk. They have not had a breach like that since 1814, Ricky.
And
1814.
And who took the wheelchair people up the steps? All them with Trump lady with no damn arms in a wheelchair with a Trump shirt on, and then made it to the top of the Capitol steps. How'd she get up there? I believe
they got ramps.
Man, I don't even.
I can't.
Gary,
I can't.
They do. They got a ramp.
I
don't even want to respond to that one, man.
They accessible.
There's a line of them.
Well, y'all, Kim Kardashian is working hard, y'all, to become an attorney to help all the black people that didn't experience all this stuff yesterday. But in the meantime, she's still going through a turbulent. They haven't filed yet, Ricky, for divorce from Kanye West. But they're saying, honey, that she and Kanye are definitely fighting, honey, because she wants Kanye to turn over the beautiful Calabasas mansion to her. Now, they're saying, y'all, that all she wants is the mansion because she said that's where the kids were based, and they are based, and are growing up. And she said that's their home. Now,
but did Kanye leave?
He left. He been gone, Ricky. He haven't been at the house for a while. But the sad thing about it is Kanye needs to go ahead and be a man about this because now they paid $40 million for the mansion and they spent another $20 million in the mansion, getting it renovated. So Kim said all she want to do is for Kanye to just turn over the house because she owns all the land and he owns the house. So, and that's where the kids have grown up at. And they don't want he don't want his kids to be raised in Watts. So he just needs to go ahead and give her the house and let them just divorce.
There are a lot of other cities outside of Watts, for one, and for two, Watts is not horrible.
Yeah, but it's not Calabasas though, Eva.
Yeah, but there's 75 cities in between Watts and Calabasas, Gary. That's not the only place you can live.
Yeah, but she don't want the kids in Watts. So they say she owns all the land and adjoining lots around the house. So Kanye owns the actual house. But they both put a lot of money in. He needs to go ahead and give her the house and let the kids grow up what they used to. They used to be in Calabasas. So
I agree with you, Gary. I agree.
Thank you, Brad. So let's continue to pray. All right, the Kalua. Yeah, Brad knows when you used to growing up somewhere, that's where you used to growing up at. I mean, you grew up in Compton, huh, Eva? So, I mean.
No, I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, Gary. Get it straight. Compton is different, but Compton is beautiful. Thank you. And I'm very proud of the urban area I came from that raised and groomed me, Gary.
Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I thought you was going there.
What's his name? Eva?
You always say Compton or Watts. It's
Gary.
South Central. Gary. Gary.
The color today is one of my favorite colors, Eva. The color today is smaragdine. On the high end, you say smaragdine, and on the low end, you say beautiful emerald green. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up next in the hot spot, dear?
Coming up next in the hot spot, celebrities react to what happened yesterday. I'm going to tell you who, and I'm going to tell you all about it up next.
No, you need to tell us who put that wheelchair lady up them steps with no arms with that Trump shirt on.
I'm so mad.
That's what you need. That's what you need to be focused on while you focus on everything else. Rickey Smiley on
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot.
Catch me at the hot spot.
It's the R18.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning to everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Cardi B and other celebrities took to social media to react to what happened yesterday when the Trump supporters violently stormed the Capitol. She said the irony is pretty funny. Weren't people just wild animals in the summer for demanding justice? And now, let me just watch. She said, y'all bet not be outside. These are wild thugs out there. Stay home. This ain't our business. Where the National Guards now? Meanwhile, former President Barack Obama released a statement which read, history will rightly remember today's violence at the Capitol incited by a sitting president. And then Tamar tweeted, they would have killed us an hour ago, 6 blocks away. Stay y'all butts at home. This is not our fight. Watch them be thugs that they call us. Ice-T wrote, just imagine for a second if Black Lives Matter tried this BS. Just saying. Kerry Washington wrote, remove Trump now. So we agree to everything that they saying. All of them, they are all right. It was just insanely crazy. Now, what's up with this wheelchair lady, Ricky? What happened?
She had no arms and no legs, and somehow managed to make it to the top of the Capitol steps and upstairs. And she had a whole line of folks with them, and they need to be stopped and put in jail or whatever, in some kind of handcuff seatbelt for her. and tied with a damn leash, just like a bicycle chain, taking the spokes off that wheelchair. They need to take the wheels off all of them. That had me upset.
How they get up there?
They need to take. I don't know who. I think the police. I don't know if they had. I don't know if them wheelchair ramps don't go all the way up there. Not all the way to where they were. They was up in Nancy Pelosi's office. Up there with no layer talking about I stand with Trump. Well, stand up then.
No. Oh, Lord. Moving on, y'all. Last but not least. Move on. Oh, Lord, I'm trying. A group of burglars, y'all, reportedly saw that Dr. Dre was in the hospital and felt like it was the perfect time to rob his house. Y'all, 4 men tried to break into his house after receiving reports that he was hospitalized due to having a brain aneurysm. Now, the men were seen in his Pacific Palisades home around 2 a.m. Wednesday, and security is said to have seen them checking the house out and confronted them right away. So the security on the property immediately called the police, and while the 4 men ran, officers caught up with them and took them into custody. Good. The police reportedly believed they tried to hit the house after reading that he was in the hospital, and I'm sure they did. That's crazy. You don't think that man with all that money got all type of security cameras? He owned Beats by Dre. He probably got Beats by Dre security in his house and probably was watching them from his phone. Like,
forget the security cameras. What spirit of a person will allow you to steal from someone with a brain aneurysm in the hospital?
The world's dumbest criminals. And on that note, we gonna wrap up the hot spot. Coming up next, y'all, we got Special K with the news you absolutely positively cannot use. And why don't y'all hit us up for them wake up calls at 1-866-9-RICKEY. That's 866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. That last song was Jamiroquai.
Okay.
Jamiroquai's jam, man.
Man, I swear,
take your word for it.
Whatever happened to Jamiroquai, man?
Jamiroquai used to jam.
All day, right there. I was a huge fan. That's what the last song sounded like. Who was that Super Dave?
That's Anderson .Paak and Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it had that Jamiroquai vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like that, man. All right, Mr. K, what's up?
Man, what's up? I'm trying to bring some calm and some peace to this whole situation, because white Trumpers in America is mad. I hope some of y'all are listening. Dave, stop that aggressive black music, please. Can we get some music to help? I need to help calm white people down. I'm here to help this morning, and I'm trying to get white folks to understand that it's okay. It's okay. Y'all can't never call us animals again, though, after the way y'all was climbing over them fences and showing y'all, because, and we all know if it had been black people, that not only would the police have been out there, they would have had all the military. I'm talking about the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the U.S. Marines, the Coast Guard, the
Job Corps,
ROTC, Job Corps, Peace Corps, the Salvation Army. I mean, they all would have been out. Mall security, Teletubbies, the Avengers, the Justice League.
Mike Epps and Ice Cube, Top Flight
Baby
Security.
Shark, the whole little family.
Of the world, Craig.
Yeah, all of them with him. That little man who checked your bag when you coming out of Walmart when you got something too.
Kathy Boone, you light up my life.
Yeah, Debbie Boone. yeah, because this makes white people feel better, and they need to calm down. See, because they have so many things to be happy for, white people. I know y'all are losing your Jesus. I know y'all are losing your Cheeto Jesus. I know he has to go, but it's okay.
Did you just say Cheeto Jesus?
Mango Mussolini, he got to go, but it's all right, white people. It's going to be okay.
13
y'all got
days.
so many. Listen, y'all got so many states y'all can still go hang out in where there's no black people. Y'all can go to Montana. Y'all can go play in Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska. Y'all still got all those places. Oklahoma just
Oklahoma,
don't.
Nebraska, no. Not Omaha.
Yeah, now they can go to Oklahoma. They just got to stay out of OKC and Tulsa. But y'all got 2 Dakotas to play in. 2. I still don't know why they separated, but y'all got 2 Dakotas to play in. Y'all still got 29 or 32 NFL head coaches. Y'all got 22 or 32 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Teach.
White people got a lot to be happy about. Y'all got all the D1 head coaches, all of them.
Well.
Most Major League Baseball pitchers are still white, even though nobody care about baseball. Y'all still got NASCAR on lock. The one black Bubba Wallace quit, so y'all still got NASCAR. Taylor Swift sold more records than Beyonce. Y'all got so much to be happy for, white people. Y'all still got Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper hosting New Year's Eve.
So do.
I mean, Rick, they still got SNL. They got Saturday Night Live, been on for 82 years. Living Color was what, 4 seasons?
God.
Y'all still got so much. Don't be upset, white people. It's gonna be okay. Turn it up, Dave. Turn it up, please. Turn the music up. Please. Just let it play.
Debbie Boone, you light up my
Just
life.
calm white nerves right now. We are praying to Debbie Boone.
It's just the entitled conservative Christians.
We want y'all to feel better. Obama's gone. We know OJ got off, but
I need everybody to be quiet till they tell me how that white lady with that Trump shirt on with no arms in that wheelchair get up the Capitol step. Don't nobody talk to me this morning till you find out who that is.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 7 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The church people are excited. They're saying Christians all over the world will be heading toward Atlanta because Mason Betha is back. We all remember Mason Betha, also known as Mace Honey, was the rapper. Well, now they're saying that he's back and he is taking over a church in Atlanta, Georgia. Now they're saying, y'all, that Cornelius Lindsay, who founded the Gathering Oasis Church, announced, y'all, that Mace will be leading their church going forward. Now, Pastor Lindsay, who recently resigned as leader of the church following allegations of spiritual, financial, and psychological abuse. Now, he said, quote, "I have been encouraged by our conversation and your heart for the people. You come with a fresh vision and renewed hope. I'm thankful for our initial conversation that started out talking about life and slowly unraveled into a serious conversation on transitioning that's brought us to this point." And that's what he's saying. Everybody's excited about it. So will y'all be attending Mason's church? Because, you know, he once had a church in Georgia, and, you know, they're saying it was called the El Elyon International Church.
My church in Atlanta is House of Hope, where the Bishop E. Dewey Smith Jr. is our pastor. We bring you greetings. Yeah.
What is spiritual abuse? Anybody else caught that?
The way they try to make us think that Jesus is white. Spiritual abuse. The way they try to condition us to think that religion is what it is and we're supposed to act a certain way. That's spiritual abuse. If you just ask him.
Yeah.
Okay. That jumped out at me.
You said one then.
When you shout and don't feel the spirit for real, that's spiritual abuse.
Tell him, Brad.
All right.
Come on,
well, there you have it from the Christians right here, honey, on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right. Moving on, honey. Another celebrity news, y'all. Vivica Fox, honey. Should I say Vivica A. Fox? She's catching heat, y'all, after she referred to a rapper Young Thug as a sexy butt-looking cockroach. Now, they're saying now the actress was asked how she feels about Thug's sense of style, and she did not hold back. She said, you know, he's just good-looking, sexy guy, honey, just looking like a cockroach. She said, but I don't mean that mean. She said, you know what I mean. She said, it's like the hair and everything like that. He's got rock star quality. He's got a good animation character and stuff. But a lot of people saying, how dare she do that? Because they're saying that cockroach is often a derogatory term used to describe darker skinned black people. Is that true?
Yeah, you can't compliment somebody by calling them a roach now.
Right.
Wow.
I don't think it has to do so much with the complexion, but just roaches ain't cute.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, but they call women rats. So is that good?
But that's
they call them birds.
Yeah. Chickens.
Birds. There are some rats, but there are birds. They call them birds.
We call men dogs. You know?
But anyway, so they getting on Vivica about that. I mean, I'm gonna just leave that alone.
That went all the way left.
Yes, but anyway, let's just keep her lifted in prayer, and all boys lift up in prayer, y'all, honey. And you know, they still trying to say, yeah, that Dr. Dre, his family and friends saying, yeah, that Dr. Dre, honey, he may have been poisoned or what have you, y'all. But no, people saying he wasn't poisoned. Yeah, they said he.
Yeah, was they in the house together when he got sick? When they, you know, because everybody gonna be looking.
Mm-hmm. So, but nobody. I mean, they said. I mean. They trying to look at his wife, his ex-wife, to be, honey, like as if she put something in the air, I guess, honey, to poison and stuff. But, you know, I don't think that's so. I think, you know.
Look, Gary, he gave her that money,
cause
though.
a brain aneurysm.
Yeah. What you said? I'm Special K?
He gave her that money. He gave her $2 million yesterday.
Really? Who?
Yep.
2? She wanted 20, though. But this is what they were saying. They saying when someone ingests rat poison or even smell it, he or she can suffer symptoms that appears to be an aneurysm or a stroke. They say usually it leads to death, especially if the victim gets ingested high doses, but that's, you know, not always the case, so you never know. I mean,
we're not going to even put that in that world.
Thank you, Brad.
We're not going to do that.
Well, I'm just telling you what they're saying, but they don't have rats in mansions anyway, so, honey, so we already know that that's not true, honey.
Wait.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do?
Oh, Lord.
They got chipmunks in there.
Oh. Chipmunks, squirrels, everything else.
Really? Mansions?
And mice. I have the droppings to prove it.
Oh, my God. You need to condemn that mansion, baby. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite. My color today is Samrajadin. On the high end, you say Samrajadin, and on the low end, you say beautiful emerald green. That's your color for today.
Hey, Brett and Eva, I posted an old girl in the wheelchair up in the Capitol on our RS Comedy, so y'all can go see for yourself. I'm not lying about it. None of this stuff in the caption on there.
You know what?
So if you want to see it, go to RS Comedy.
That's a lady.
If listen.
Yeah, y'all.
That's the
boneless wing.
How they get back down the stairs?
Look at the arm bar in front of the stomach.
I got your wake up call.
She look like Newt Gingrich.
Y'all get at me 866-9 Ricky 866.
Oh man!
Somebody said a boneless wing been made. All right.
Here we go. Here we go. Wake it up. Wake it up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is TJ from East St. Louis, Illinois. I want to wake up my husband, wake up my sisters, and my 2 daughters. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Bobby from Montevallo, Alabama. I want to tell Donald Trump to please wake up. He still got beat in a landslide.
Good morning. My name is Tony Hooper. I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm calling to wake up my son, Tory Newport, in Fort Bragg military. I started going to the White House to get Donald Trump's ass out of there. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Deborah Curry calling from Tyler, Texas, waking up my grandkids, Jamarian and Kamora Pettis. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is for these Trump supporters. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It is finished.
Right.
What's yours? Cause we gon' take it on. Miami, wake up. Seattle, wake up. Detroit, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louis, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. And Memphis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
The one and only Reverend Al Sharpton. Reverend Al, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Rick.
Reverend Al, where do we even begin after what happened on yesterday?
Well, what we witnessed was unprecedented. You're right. Where do we begin? The President of the United States called on his supporters to come to Washington and support him in an attempted coup. That's what it was. People have to call it what it was. This was called for by Donald Trump. He said, I'm going to be speaking, that I've been robbed, and you need to stand up. And the people came. He incited it. If any one of us that leads a protest, and that wasn't a protest, that was an insurrection. But if any one of us had called people to Washington and led what happened yesterday, we'd be in jail this morning.
Or dead.
Donald Trump, or dead.
That's right.
Or dead. And with Donald Trump should not be allowed to continue as president one more hour because he is dangerous and he has committed an attempted coup and bring on sedition. When you have people go into the Capitol building of the United States and cause violence, one woman dead, having members of Congress fleeing for their own safety, and you act like, oh, that just happened yesterday, bad day. There's something wrong with this republic if we let this stand.
That's right. Now, Reverend Al, do you feel like it could have been avoided? The whole thing that happened, like he could have diffused it? Mm-hmm.
Oh, first of all, he could have not called it. But if he wanted to call it, he should have done what we all do, set a tone that we're here to protest. We don't want any violence. Have marshals there, work with the police and the Capitol Police. Apparently, some of the Capitol Police were either sympathizers or along with this crowd.
Reverend Al, I got videos with them letting them in the gate. They let them in.
They let them in. They were part of it. Ricky, you and I have been to the Capitol and the White House. You can't even get on the grounds without passing security.
Right.
How did these people get all the way up in there? I mean, you got certain checkpoints you have to go through, even on the Capitol, to go see a congressperson.
Right.
And short vote ID and all. I've done probably more rallies and marches in Washington than anybody alive. You meet with the Capitol Police. You meet with the Parks Department. You have to have insurance if you're going to use the grounds where Trump spoke yesterday. Well, who signed the insurance bond? What group applied for the permit? All of these people need to be held accountable. You don't just walk up and have a rally at the Capitol without all of these things in place.
So, Reverend Al, what do you think about going forward? Lawmakers were able to get back to work and finish certifying Joe Biden and Kamala Harris' election win over the night. So do you think that there will be a peaceful transition of power on the 20th, or are we supposed to expect some more wreckage?
I mean, with this crowd that respects nothing, you can't really predict what they're going to do. I think that there ought to be a serious move to have Trump step aside, because he'll wake up in the middle of the night and start another insurrection. We need to take the powers away from him, and we need to have some real established...
Do you think they will, Reverend Al?
I'm hearing some of the members of the Senate raise it. We'll see when they go into session today what they do. They certainly going to have a lot of pressure from many of us.
Well, now, Reverend, now let's talk about the good news from yesterday. The really good news. Are you hopeful now that Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff have won both of the Georgia Senate seats? Are you hopeful now?
I'm very hopeful. I think that it is good that we have a 50-50 tie, Democrat and Republican, with giving Vice President-elect Kamala Harris the tie vote. But we must keep the pressure on. Don't forget, you have some Democrats like Manchin of West Virginia and others that sometimes vote Republican. So you've got to keep pressure on to make all 50 Democrats stay in line for things like the George Floyd Policing and Justice Act and the John Lewis Voting Act. Otherwise, we will not be able to win because we will not have a tie for Kamala Harris to break. But being a New Yorker that knows and has worked for decades with the incoming now majority leader, I think that we can expect Senator Chuck Schumer will push some of these things because we're going to be pushing him. But we need to push all the Democrats to stay in line. So it is a good news that I see sunlight, but I also see some clouds still in the sky. I just want to make sure it doesn't rain down some foolishness.
All right, Reverend, now let everybody know how they can follow you and the work that you're doing through the National Action Network.
They can go to www.nationalactionnetwork.net, www.nationalactionnetwork.net.
That is, hey, Reverend Al Sharpton, man, we really appreciate you calling to talk to us this morning, man. It's always an honor, man. Y'all give it up for Reverend Al Sharpton. Blake Tony, what's up? Where you at, man?
Hey, shout out, man. Shout out, I'm on my way back down south. Shout out. I had got locked up.
Locked up for what?
I had called you. I've been calling your phone. I've been texting your phone, calling your phone. I called your sister, I called your mama. I called.
You calling from unknown numbers, Black Tony?
I called everybody. I called. Shout out. I was locked up.
Yeah, what happened?
I had took my nephews and my little boy. We went up there to DC to hit a lick yesterday. We was up there selling water at the riot.
Y'all up there selling water at the riot?
Yeah, cause my nephew and them, they be on the street. They be on the street now. They be on the highway street. When folks get out of the highway, when they go to the stoplight, they be running up to them selling water.
Right.
That's my little water truck. You know what I'm saying? That's my little side hustle right there. Right. I buy them water and they be selling it. So we had seen all them white folks going up to DC. We said, boy, we finna go up here and sell these some water, right? So we went up there. We got us some MAGA hats so they wouldn't beat us up. So there. We all had on MAGA hat, and we were selling water. But we came up. But we made about $2,800. Then we got locked
for real?
Up. Yeah, we were the only one got locked up. So I know I was.
And they was using that water to get that pepper spray out their eyes.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about, boy, we came up. I drove my Escalade up there. I got that 03 Escalade.
Yes, sir.
Speed.
Right.
Look, Shawty. I would call. You know who got me out, Shawty?
Who?
Your boy, Glenn.
Oh, Glenn and 3?
Yo, he got me out. He got me out. He called one of his frat brothers. They got me out.
Hey, Blackstone, let me ask you a question, man. Hey, how them the Trump supporters in the wheelchairs get up those Capitol steps and get up in Nancy Pelosi's office?
Oh, my nephew had pushed that lady up, though. You talking about the one who looked like a bowling wing? My nephew that pushed her up.
One look like a what? One look like
she
what?
Looked like a bowling wing without no sauce on it. They gave they gave my little nephew them $5. They pushed him up, though.
But they had them lined up like Southwest Airlines be having them wheelchair lined up right before they get on the flight. They had them lined up, boy. It was supporting Trump. All of them. Black Tony.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Gary has a tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Boys to Men star, y'all, Wanye Morris is speaking out, y'all. He is denying, y'all, that he dated Brandy when she was underage. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the rumors swirled for years that Brandy dated Wanye when she was only 16 years old and he was 22 years old. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the singer took to Instagram Live to speak on the rumor, saying that Brandy and I were friends in the beginning. He said her mother reached out to me as well as my manager reached out to Brandy because Brandy was a big fan of his. He said he was young at the time and he said he wasn't no 30-something. He also continued to say that, so what happened is, he said she became kind of like a protege. He said, I'm actually the one who introduced her to Vita Spears and Ralph Fuqua. Now they became, he said they came to us to actually do a TV show on the UPN network. And he said, well, Brandy's down the hallway and she was on a theater show and the show, came to fruition. My mom, he said, and I wrote the theme song to the Brandy show. So Brandy and I were really, really close. He then said that Brandy became of age. Yes, she did. Then they realized that they had feelings for each other. He explained once she turned of age, he said we had been hanging around each other so much that there came to be some sort of connection. Now he said an intimate connection. He said we actually fell in love. He said now we're young. He said that's what happened. He said now you're young and you'll fall in love. He said especially when you have the ability to be around somebody a lot. Now according to Wanye also, he said things ended with Brandy because he and Brandy outgrew one another. But now Adina Howard, the singer Adina Howard, what's the name of that song she sang? I can't remember it though. Freak Like Me. Yeah, she sang that song Freak Like Me. Adina Howard spoke up. She said, honey, Brandy and Wanye broke up because he fell in love with her. Unquote. So there you have it. So, honey, it wasn't no young stuff. It wasn't no pedophilia or pedophilia or anything with he and Brandy. She was young at the time. They did not date, but as she got older and started looking more mature and getting older, that's when they fell in love and stuff. And now they're out of love. So I don't know why people say it, but I wonder why he's bringing this up. You think they're trying to bring him to court or something behind something like this?
No, they both grown and have moved on with their lives. I mean, it's just a part of their past, and it is what it is. He just wanted to let y'all know he didn't date her underage, and Brandy wasn't having really. Her mama wasn't having it either, or daddy. So
yeah.
No.
So would y'all been a protege to anybody that y'all worked with and started dating them? Have anybody been a protege? Anybody did that?
Nope.
Okay.
Not at all.
Nope.
All right, good.
We wouldn't tell you.
Right, Gary. Don't give them all the tea.
That's not nice.
Yes,
Have you, Gary?
No, hell, I ain't no star. Nobody don't want me. Moving on, in other celebrity news, y'all, Kanye West. Now, we know Kanye West and his beautiful wife, Kim Kardashian West, are heading toward divorce court. But it's being reported, y'all, that they're saying, y'all, in related news that it was a rumor, y'all, that Kanye West and Kim may be divorced because makeup artist and makeup mogul Jeffree Star may have been a thing for Kanye West. They're saying, y'all, that...
the man.
Well, okay, and... Yeah.
Okay, well, put it in context because everyone doesn't know who Jeffree Star is.
Jeffree Star is this white queen. She's a makeup artist. She does real good makeup, honey. Real eclectic makeup for all the stars and what have you. And evidently, it must have been doing Kanye makeup one day, probably. And they just, I don't know, allegedly in rumor, they may have, who knows, fell in love or something like that. But this is what's being reported.
Gary.
Jeffree Star was just on all the blogs with his new boyfriend, who they just broke up, but he has a whole relationship. So know the whole story. Don't put them out there like that.
I don't know nothing about him, but I do know Kanye loves women. That's what I do know.
Oh, he does?
But there is a story. But what about Kim Kardashian and Van Jones?
They're just people talking, saying that they would be a cute couple.
Yeah. Yeah, he
I don't
likes white
think you can
women,
hold a
so that's
conversation
good.
with him.
Because he just
Gary.
Gary. So, but anyway, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, smaragdine. On the high end, you say smaragdine, and on the low, you say beautiful emerald green. That's your color for the. You know they waiting in line for Kim, honey. I mean, they selling their mamas.
Who are they?
Negroes, black men.
They that wait.
On the Lord.
Y'all, you already got the color?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all give it a game with the T. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was a really, really dark day in America, a day where the president of the United States incited rioters and tried to stop democracy. And back this morning, we have CNN political analyst Bakari Solis this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yeah, man, a lot going on. Like during yesterday's election certification, protesters broke into the Capitol of the United States of America, and Capitol Police were seen taking pictures and letting protesters through barricades and even letting them get to the floor of the Senate. And one person was shot and killed. And on the other hand, we seen Black Lives Matter protesters peacefully protesting and still being beaten. Smoke bombed and arrested. How? What happened yesterday?
Well, what happened yesterday is pretty easy to describe. I mean, you saw white supremacist domestic terrorism. And you have to be accurate and call it exactly what it is. It's domestic terrorism. These weren't protesters. These actually weren't even rioters. These were terrorists. And we can go down the path of if they were black, but that's the easy answer. Like if they were black, if me and Ricky even thought about storming the Capitol, we would probably be arrested and shot on the spot. So let's not even act as if this wasn't a display of white supremacy and white privilege. But what's even more devastating, I think, is that the president of the United States was inciting and urging. And Ricky, this is crazy. Now you have a president who is banned from Twitter and banned from Facebook, but still has the nuclear codes. So that's just where we are. That's just where we are in this country right now.
Well, thankfully, lawmakers did get back to work, and the votes counted yesterday, and the election was certified. But what were you hearing from your friends in Congress while all this was playing out? Like, what were y'all conversations like?
Well, first, the crazy thing is I had to check on my girl Kamala first. So, because she was going to be over there in the United States Senate, and I was just concerned, like we all were, because they did not know. Individuals who were voting on the House floor and Senate floor did not know what was going on outside. But once we found out that she was safe and secure, you turn your attention to everyone else. And I think that, they have some, PTSD from what happened yesterday, because they actually had to go into bunkers for 4 hours. They had to be escorted by the FBI and National Guard. So hopefully they understand how real this is. And I don't mean to sound out of character, but this isn't time for a turn the page or we need somebody to heal the country. No, we need somebody to arrest all of those individuals and prosecute them.
Right.
And then we need to understand what justice really looks like in this country.
Exactly. Yeah. Could Donald Trump be, number one, prosecuted for inciting a riot? And do you think they will go ahead and, remove him from office because he is dangerous right now?
He is extremely dangerous. There really isn't any pathway to remove him from office. So can he be prosecuted? To answer your first question, no, he can't be prosecuted for another 14, 15 days. But, you can prosecute his son for saying that this is a battle and we're going to go and storm and we're going to do all of this other stuff. And you can prosecute Rudy Giuliani, who said that we need to go and save this. We need to go and have trial by combat. That's what he said at the rally yesterday. Rudy Giuliani said we need to have. So, yeah, you can prosecute them. Will they be prosecuted? I wouldn't hold my breath. The unique thing, though, is that you can impeach Donald Trump again. And why does that matter? And everybody's like, we already impeached him once and he ain't going to get ejected. That's true. But this is a really random piece of law. But if you get impeached twice, you can never run for president again. And we all know that Donald Trump wants to run.
Can they do it in 14 days, Bakari?
Oh, yeah. You try Nancy Pelosi if you want to. Nancy Pelosi can get stuff done quicker than you can imagine. So,
Bakari, when is unsolved? And I know I'm just random because there's a lot of questions. I know you had this information. Many. Yeah. When does Reverend Warnock and Ossoff take those sentences? When would they be sworn in?
They will be sworn in when their votes are certified. So they won, but those ballots haven't been certified yet. And the great part about it is they're both outside of the recount. So you won't have to have a full recount. So they just have to be certified. And Georgia law will probably have them seated in the next week or so.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, because I was just wondering, if they impeach Trump, with those
will they challenge it?
Yeah, with those 2 Senate seats and all, it's just because everything is just really just coming to a head. Go ahead, Eve. You had a question?
No, that was actually my question. With, the excitement, despite the melee yesterday, the excitement with Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff flipping the state, is there a chance of that being challenged? Because there is a certification process. And so obviously unprecedented things have happened during this administration thus far. And, one can expect that something like this could happen.
Yeah, no. Are there any challenges to the Warnock-Ossoff election? There
yes.
will be, but they won't fly.
Got you.
I'll be completely honest. I thought this race was going to be closer than it was. Warnock, won by a lot. Warnock won by over a point, closer to 2 points. And Ossoff is winning by a point now. So, and everybody's like, that doesn't sound like a lot. Well, you got to remember, Joe Biden only won by 11, 12,000 votes. These guys are winning by 50, 60,000 votes. So, that is beyond the scope of trying to bring it to challenge these races. When we look at yesterday, though, I just want to go back to that for one quick second. I want to make sure that everybody is extremely clear that people stormed the United States Capitol and they waved not the American flag, but they waved Confederate flags and flags of Donald Trump. This hasn't happened in 200 years. Abraham Lincoln didn't even allow the Confederate flag to make it to the United States Capitol. The Confederate flag people weren't able to storm the Capitol and get in until Donald Trump was president and waved the Confederate flag. So let's just remember that 74 million people voted for that. And we need to challenge all of them on whether or not they still stand by that type of white supremacy and domestic terrorism.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that, because if I'm not mistaken, and correct me, there's no bill for domestic terrorism. Do you think?
Well, you're not wrong. And so one of the things that we have to do is one of the things that we have not done in this country is address white supremacy in an appropriate fashion and treat them as domestic terrorists. I mean, if these were 5 Muslim brothers who decided they were going to storm the Capitol, or 5 black brothers who decided they were going to storm the Capitol, or anybody other than some white boys who went to do it yesterday, trust me, they would have been tear gassed, they would have been arrested. I mean, these guys, a dude went into Nancy Pelosi's office, put his feet on the desk, went outside, and he did a news interview with his hometown news last night. He didn't even have to get bail money.
Right. Now, what kind of charges do you think those people are facing that broke in the Capitol? What kind of jail time?
Because they arrested 52 people.
So it should have been way more than that.
Yes.
And they should have put every last one of them people in those wheelchairs. The lady with no arms and no legs.
Rickey,
talking about I stand for Trump. And they should have stood her up and took her to jail too. How did they get up those Capitol stairs? I'm sorry, Bakari. Go ahead.
Bakari, don't listen. What happens to these people that were arrested and that vandalized? Do they get charged?
Yeah, they should be charged. I mean, they looted, they trespassed, they rioted. They need to be charged.
Is that
they
federal?
Need to be charged with It's federal. Oh yeah, it's federal because this happened on federal property.
Right.
And so just remember this. Let me just throw this other piece of politics out at you real quick. The reason that the Washington, D.C. was not able to deploy the National Guard as you can do in other states is because D.C. is not a state. So the mayor could not do that. The president of the United States is in charge of the D.C. National Guard. And he didn't want to call the National Guard in. So we got to remember that D.C. statehood is really important, even if it's for things like them having the ability to call their own National Guard when they need it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's why they need to make Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. a state.
And Guam and all the rest of the territories?
Yeah, I know those two for sure.
Yeah, well, let's start with Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. for sure.
Yeah. Man, listen, man. Thank you, Bakari. Thank you so much for coming on at the last minute, breaking everything down. Let everybody know how people can follow you.
Yeah, follow me at Bakari_Sellers on Twitter. I usually have some hot takes. Some of them are hotter than others. And then follow me on Instagram at Bakari Sellers. And make sure that you wish Sadie and Stokely, who are my twins, a happy 2nd birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Hey, happy birthday!
Man, hey, congratulations, man. Hug those babies from all of us to y'all, man. Thank you so much, Bakari.
Thank you, Ricky. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right, y'all, Rick Smiley Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know, and I know you got a lot, Jeff. Good morning.
Man, Ricky, I don't have enough time to do 3 things today. And I think so many of us have made so many really adequate points, but one is this, Rick. I think it was said yesterday on more than a few occasions that this is the first time that the U.S. Capitol has been breached since 1814, right, when the British took it and burned it during the War of 1812. And so that in itself is actually really absurd when you think about what was allowed to happen in Washington, D.C. yesterday, when, all of us were saying it over and over again. We saw black folks in their own communities that they own property and businesses in defended harder than they defended the Capitol against these white boys yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about that for a minute. They defended our communities against us more aggressively than they defended the Capitol against these white boys. And so there's so many people complicit in this moment, and none of them should be off the hook. And so I hope that, there is a real level of prosecution. You know how every time something goes down in the hood, you start using that CCTV to start finding out names and addresses, and then you start sending police to knock down doors and kick in doors and arrest folks. you got the most sophisticated security system in the world on the Capitol. And if we don't see mass arrests, I don't want to hear nothing from anybody.
Hey, Jeff, have you seen the picture of the United States Capitol doing the Black Lives Matter rally? You couldn't even see the steps. There was so many damn National Guards out there.
And you knew this was happening. And so the fact that you did not have enough security knowing that this was happening, it's again right. But this is the same thing that happens everywhere. Rick, how many times you remember you've been to enough college campuses when black fraternities and sororities have parties on the black campus, you got to have a National Guard, black sororities and fraternities got to pay for the National Guard to come and secure their parties.
Right.
And white boys that have parties on campus, and it's one policeman, and he a member of the frat.
Right.
So it's the same kind of thing. But what got me is, did you see the footage of this black Capitol officer being chased through the Capitol?
Yeah.
Like,
and white police officers out there taking selfies with the Trump supporters.
Wait. Listen. You would never have a white officer would have turned around, pulled, and shot them. And then used it as a justification to say that he felt like his life was in danger. Yeah. You got a brother being chased at the Capitol by these folks and pulling out a nightstick to try to keep them from attacking him. I mean,
Jeff, let me ask you a
this whole
question.
thing is just like an alternative universe.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, what's up?
What about this whole mindset of the new administration coming in, this whole we need to look forward and just try to bring the country together and try to heal?
Yeah,
I don't think that's possible.
Don't get me on that. Don't get me on that. And before we talk about this, I want y'all to remember the name of Mariam Carey. She was shot and killed by Capitol Police when her car hit a barricade at the Capitol entrance. Her car hit a barrier at the Capitol entrance, and she was shot and killed. Mariam Carey, a sister. So when you talk to me about what you allowed, and these are not patriots, y'all, so let's be clear. You know who patriots are? Patriots are black men and women who have fought in every war in the history of this country with a uniform on and couldn't get rights in the country at the same time and still fought for the country by choice. These are people who lie about what their rights are and then deny the very Constitution in the name of saying they're defending rights on lies.
Right.
That's not patriotism. That is not patriotism. And we have got to call this stuff out. So no, I don't want to hear anything about moving forward before you literally have prosecuted those who have committed treason. How do you move forward on treason?
Right.
How do you forgive treason? But you know what? It's the same thing that's always happened, which is why you were able to put Confederate flags up on public land, because you allow people that have just fought for racism to be their politic, to be honored when they actually committed treason. All of those people that were part of the Confederacy, that was treason. That was treason against the United States, and the Confederate flag is an enemy army. And anybody that carries that flag and anybody that marches with that is still operating under the guise of treason. And so we've continued to forgive treason, y'all, in the name of people that lived in this country. This is not forgivable. And so, sure, I want us to move forward, and I think that we need to begin to have an administration that actually is operating for citizens of the United States, but not, you can walk and chew gum at the same time. So move forward and set policy and show the world that we can have an actual administration that is about the American people. But you better be damn sure that real American citizens are going to be calling for those that have committed treason, especially those, y'all, that are sitting in the House of Congress right now, because there are congressmen and women and senators that have blood on their hands, and they are as treasonous as those fools that were storming the Capitol yesterday.
Oh, man, Brad, talk to me.
Oh, man. Listen, I try tried to have me an afro. I tried to have me a little suit on and do the dances and stuff. This song is just grooving, especially when he swing his hips in the video. Ooh, he just so smooth with it, Lord.
Man, I remember I was going to North Roebuck, man. There was some guys in the 4th grade did that. They did it like the Temptation, but all of them split the parts up and won the damn talent show. That's what that song always remind me of, man. That was one of the best moments ever. And when they did that, because that was when I think I was in the 3rd grade when Michael Jackson came out with the Off the Wall. Yep, I was in Miss Flood class. 3rd grade. Well, I remember
Miss Flood.
Miss Flood, boy.
You got a good memory.
Boy, 1st grade Miss Wingate, 2nd grade Miss Flood.
You ain't never smoked.
2nd grade Miss McLendon, 3rd grade Miss Flood, 4th grade Miss Haddon, 5th grade Mr. Evans, 2nd, 5th grade Miss York, 6th grade Miss Avery.
Wow.
7th grade Miss Coleman, and then they had a program called High School Ahead for if you 14 in the 8th grade. So I went straight on to high school.
A lot going on back then.
That is a lot.
2nd, 5th grade. Yeah.
Teachers' names.
But I made up for that High School Ahead program for them 14, 15-year-olds sitting up in the 7th grade.
A whole beard on your face.
Using magic shade.
Yeah, they had the program was called High School Ahead, so you had to go to summer school. Summer school was your 8th grade. You had to go to Powell. I had to get on the city transit and go downtown Birmingham, go to Powell Elementary School. So that was your damn 8th grade year. Boy, when I showed up in high school, them dudes, everybody was looking at me like, yo, how did you get us? I told y'all I was smart. Boy, I showed up at Hayes High School in the 9th grade. They were like, man, you was just into something. Like, bro, I'm smart for real, bro. I just don't be doing my work.
I test it out.
What I say, right?
See, I just tested out. You know what I'm saying? I just tested out. I was just messing with y'all.
Boy, Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Kiki.
What's up? Good morning.
Kiki, I played the song that you requested, Method Man and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, that's the jam right there. Yeah,
say, Kiki.
To get back.
Okay, Kiki.
What's up, y'all?
Happy New Year, Kiki.
Hey, what's up, Kiki?
Happy New Year to y'all.
Yeah, Kiki.
Okay, don't talk to me. Thank you.
I just said Happy New Year to you.
Okay, I heard you.
Hey.
Look on there.
Huh?
What is what you expect why y'all to get along, Kiki? What's going on? We can't start 2021 off like that.
Cause it's 2021. Stop trying to holler at me. I don't want to.
I just said good morning.
Oh.
But Kiki ain't no.
Good morning, baby.
Right. That's how they start. They start out with a good morning.
You right.
And one of those babies might be Special K's.
What did you call
Don't
for?
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Get to what you called for.
Don't be rude to Kiki.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you. Talk to him. Communicate. If you don't tell him what's going on, you don't know what's happening, Eva.
Kiki, what is your top 3 this morning, Kiki?
Thank you, Ricky. My top 3 gonna be the top 3 reasons you should not pull up on nobody.
Okay, that makes sense. You got to keep everybody safe. And what is number 3?
Number 3, you pull up over somebody's house. Don't pop up. Don't pull up because their house might be dirty. People be having dirty house. You catch them off guard. The house so dirty, you got to wipe your feet just to go outside.
That's dirty right there.
Oh yeah, your house real dirty. You have to wipe your feet to go outside. God, no.
Yeah. So, okay. What if it's like there's more people than you, more girls than you? Now you're gonna get jumped. And you don't want to get jumped because you don't pull a dot on somebody. They'll hit you with the thum-thum. Y'all ever get hit with the thum-thum?
No, we never got hit with the boom-boom.
Yeah, the Okay? You don't want to get hit with the thong. And one of the girls always big. I'm talking about the biggest one. She look like George Foreman. She hit hard. Hit you with the thong.
Right.
Please, Jesus. And number one.
Uh-huh.
The number one reason you shouldn't pull up on somebody, because what if you find out you is the other woman? Oh, my gosh. Now that's that hurt. Now you in the yard standing there looking stupid, singing, congratulations. I thought it would have been me.
Sing it, KK.
I can breathe. Yes. You'll always be the one for me. Congratulations, baby.
Y'all give it up and show your love for Kiki. Kiki, how can you be reached? How can you be reached, Kiki?
Huh?
How can you be reached?
Oh, yeah, you can find me in the lobby at the WIC office, okay? But if you really digitally looking for me, it's at I Love Some Kiki. You can find me right there.
There it is, y'all. Kiki right here, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time for the front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So early this morning, Congress confirmed Joe Biden as the next president of the United States. This came hours after violent protests from a mob of Trump supporters who took over the Capitol building in D.C. After it was all said and done, police found 2 pipe bombs and a cooler of Molotov cocktails in the building. 52 people were arrested and 1 rioter died from a gunshot wound. Allies, diplomats, and leaders from around the world were shocked by what happened in the U.S. at the Capitol yesterday, and many leaders tried to remind the U.S. of its role as a global model for democracy. Now, in a statement this morning, Trump claims that there would be an orderly transition of power on January 20th. Meanwhile, we still have a pandemic going on. Yesterday was another record-breaking day for COVID-19 deaths and hospitalizations, plus at least 52 cases of a more contagious variant of the virus has been first identified in the UK, has now been found here in the U.S. The CDC has warned that the death toll from COVID-19 could exceed 430,000 by the month's end. Now, in other news, Democrat John Ossoff defeated incumbent Georgia Senator David Perdue, solidifying the Democrats' control of the U.S. Senate.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and yes again, Ricky. And the Louisville Metro Police Department has fired 2 detectives connected with the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor in March. One was fired for using deadly force during the encounter, and the other was fired for failing to complete a search warrant documentation. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, with your headline news. Rock T, anything good happening in sports?
Man, not really. Most of the sports world was trying to figure out if they should even play games or not yesterday, man. Everything happening with Trump supporters storming the U.S. Capitol. Many NBA players and coaches expressed how they all played their games with the heavy hearts. Isaiah Thomas say if that was Black Lives Matter protests, our heads would have been blown off. Of course, we all agree with that. 76ers head coach Doc Rivers says, can you imagine if those were all black people, what would have happened? And NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp says that violent scene reminded him of a third world country, not America. Something out of a movie. So, on and on, man. Everybody was pretty much expressing their frustrations on social media yesterday. The whole sports world was kind of numb. So that's pretty much all I got right there, man. Let's follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that, at Rock T Holla. We can talk more about it. Let's get it. The Brat got the hot spot right now.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all. Hey, it's about that time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So Kevin Hart shared his opinions, and everybody is pretty much saying the same thing. He said if these people were black, and they would have all been shot dead. This is past the word sad. At this point, it's pure disrespect to all people of color. Why can't we see the situation handled the same way we would have seen our people handled repeatedly? When the armed forces are supposed to use force, they don't. He said it's just sad. He couldn't understand why everybody didn't see his opinion the same way, judging by the fiercely by his fans in the comment section under his post. It's clear that everyone does not share the same opinion as him. Half of his followers agree with him about how the American society is not equal, and the other half, y'all, was quick to point out the fact that a white woman lost her life. One person had the nerve to say, you do realize a white woman was shot dead at the Capitol today, right?
She wasn't supposed to be there.
Hello? All right, crazy. Y'all, moving on. Ain't that crazy? It's crazy. Really? That's all I can say.
Half the supporters
wow.
are, you know.
I mean, they were trying to be a part of a revolution. That's what they stated they were there for. So what was the expectation?
You signed up for the smoke.
Right, exactly. All right, y'all, let me scoot on down the road. Married to Medicine star Mariah Huq is taking action against the producers to talk about harassment on the set. She done filed a complaint against Bravo, the show producers, NBC, and more. Everybody says it's not surprising that she's been vocal, because she's been vocal about her issues with Bravo for months. She's credited as the reality show creator and the executive producer. Earlier this year, she told fans she has yet to receive a contract for another season, and now she says she endured harassment and discrimination while working on Married to Medicine, and she notified the production company and told them all about the harassment, but nothing was done about it. So I guess she is now doing something about it. All right, y'all, I'm going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we got Church in 60 Seconds, and we got the praise mix down. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Thank y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up to show your love. Church in 60 Seconds with Pastor Fred.
Yes, taking back to those good old days.
Yeah.
I love those old-fashioned ways. They've gone too far with technology age. Please take us back to those good old days.
Amen.
Believers, receivers, and stimulus check receivers. Oh, bless your heart, you're not going to get them right now. Anyway, but I love the good old days. Don't you love those good old days, Brother Ricky?
Yeah.
The days of love, peace, and soul. You know, those good old days.
Come on now.
The days when you look good when you put on a polo shirt with a gold herringbone. It wasn't real, but it made you feel good. Yeah. The good old days.
Wow.
One of my fondest memories was Saturday morning cartoons. You know, they don't do that anymore.
Come on now.
These cartoons now are over-sexualized and, you know, there's too much going on the cartoon. I don't know if it's a cartoon or a movie flick. I don't know what it is. But, you know, you got to understand that before Miley Cyrus was Hannah Montana, we had Jim and the holograms. I remember when Eric Wimp was a banana after he ate a banana, transformed into Banana Man.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is talking about the Avengers.
Yes, they are.
Everybody is talking about Black Panther.
Come on now.
All we had was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Come on now.
Take us back to the good old days. When we could go garage selling now on Saturday morning. Take us back to the good old days.
Come on
Follow
now.
me at the real Pastor Fred. I'm going down to the thrift store.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Fred.
Morning. Grand Rising, better than morning. Let's not mourn today. Let's create today. How about that? Let's create some joy. Let's create some happiness. Let's create some plans about how we're going to deal with what we have in front of us. One thing I've decided to do is to control what I can't control, which is my happy place. And so I am not allowing the negative thoughts, the fears, any of those things to penetrate. And that's a great way to start. Second, I'm staying moisturized. It's a great way to feel. And third, I'm protecting my edges. That's a joke, but you gotta smile. Grand Rising to all of you out there. I'm here at work in my, what hour are we in? What time is it? Almost third hour, but breathe and stop, for real. Give me what? You gotta give me time to put stuff in my hair, so. Sitting here talking about everything going on in the country. I think it's appalling. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. How y'all feeling? And how you feeling about moving forward? About what you want to do with moving forward? Thank you. I got some compliments on my necklace. It's from my line, Jaded by Eva Marcel. Get into the jade. I love it all green, like anything from the Garden of Eden. I don't want to overshadow the monumental moment we made yesterday in America with Democrats now controlling the U.S. Senate. Both John Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock won their runoff elections in Georgia and changed and flipped the state from red to blue, which is huge. Shout out to Stacey Abrams for all that she did, all that she helped to galvanize, to get people registered to vote, and not just to get them registered, but get them to the polls, get the vote out, and get those numbers. More people voted in this runoff here in Georgia than voted during the presidential election. It tells you how over it we are. It tells you how disgusted we are. And we, I mean people. At the end of the day, black, white, whatever, we're people. So, yeah, that part. Say hi to me. I think your name is Farrah. Hey, Farrah. Hey, all y'all. Thanks for the lock love. Shout out to all my locked brothers and sisters out there that are on the journey. I love my journey. Yeah, I just wanted to say hi and give you guys some positive love today. I don't have many words. We're doing wake-up calls right now, so trying to get everybody up. And yeah, I'm gonna go get me some more coffee. I got some really good Jamaican coffee from my friends, the Maloney, so I'm gonna go have that. Shout out to the Lock Love, Grand Rising Kings and Queens. Get up, shake it off. Get your 42 laws and mat down. Set your intention for the day. Spread love and energy. Listen to your inner voice. Fulfill your inner desires. And be happy while you do it. Stay prayed up. Love y'all.